Hi, how are you? It's WTH here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about earning your way in. Yeah, I said earning your way in. What does that even mean? Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit. And when we leave a relationship, we do it in one of two ways. The first way is cut and run. We're just out. We're done. We're fed up. We're gone. We're not interested in doing any work. We don't care what the problem is anymore. We're just like, our heart is smushed and we're done. So we leave. And then, little time passes. We heal, which means we just stop being mad at the other person and the grief passes. And we meet someone, we get all excited and meet someone and connect to that part of them that we really like. And then we find ourselves, same person, different set of clothes. Damn it, why did that happen? Because we didn't earn our way in. Okay? The second way we leave relationships is we earn our way out. When we earn our way out, that means we take a look at the things that aren't working for us and we learn the who, what, when, where, and why of it. Right? We do that deep healing. We go to counseling. We learn the parts of us that get triggered. We figure out where that comes from, all that stuff. So if we don't do the earning our way out part, we have to do the earning our way back in part to the next relationship. So I know you're all here because you are really tired of picking the same people, the exact same people in different clothes, right? I was too. So I had to earn my way in. I had to go do the uncover, discover, and discard thing that I always talk about for me and on my relationship patterns. So, if I take my last relationship, I had to figure out all those parts that didn't work for me, all those parts that hit those wounds that he poked out and was like, there you go, there you go. He didn't know he was doing that. Right? But it's all those places where I would get upset and feel unsafe, or I would get, I'd need it to be different, or I would just be so angry, all the fights, all the triggers, all those parts, right? All those places, I had to figure out why they bothered me so much. What was that got triggered? Because it wasn't up here, right? It wasn't the current situation that got triggered. This was the catalyst. This showed me where the next wound was, but this wound that this is showing me up here is actually all the way back, probably from childhood. Not necessarily, but usually, right? We get our wounds poked and get those hurts reignited because we haven't cleaned them up. We haven't healed them. And those are the things that still bother us. Right? So if you were someone that was often, the one I hear is, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, right? I hear that a lot. He doesn't love me, she doesn't love me, all those pieces, right? I'm not important in our relationship. Everything I do is wrong. He's very critical. She's very, she picks at me all the time. She wants me to change, right? All that stuff, right? If that triggers me, when those things happen, they're the wounds I need to go after, and they usually come from childhood. Yeah. One of my really, really big, gaping, huge wounds was, I am not enough. So I settled. I settled a lot. And I settled because everybody left. Right? I learned that everybody left. That was something I was taught as a child. And it's through no fault of my parents. It just is what it is, right? My parents were consumed by other things, right? I grew up in an alcoholic home. My dad was doing his thing, and my mom was so busy keeping a lid on everything that she didn't have capacity to deal with me, right? I flew under the radar a lot. So I learned that I was really not important, right? That's the message I got from it. I mean, it's a whole bunch of really great stuff I got out of it too. I'm not saying my parents were not horrible people. But one of the big things I learned was I'm not important. I'm not valued. And I had to go back and heal that wound, right? Uncover, discover, and then discard. Heal the wound and figure out how I needed things to be different. How things end up being different is how I treat myself. So if I want to feel different, I have to treat myself differently, right? It has to be not okay for me to not say anything. It has to be not okay for me to be unimportant in the relationship. So how does that happen? I treat myself like I'm important, but I can only get there if I've uncovered that piece and done the healing around it. How does the healing happen? There's tons of ways to do the healing. How do you do this? Well, you start by being willing. The second piece is you contact a counselor that you think can help you, and you find a modality that works for you. The work I do we can dive in and go really quickly and heal parts really fast. And yeah, come out on the other side and feel like you're ready for your next relationship. So if you have questions, you can post them down below. You can email me or book a session. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I'll talk to you later.